MTG and me, this is Charles, and today we're going to be playing the Cascade limited time event for the weekend on Magic Arena. So during previous Cascade events, what basically happens is there's a maelstrom effect. So anytime you cast a spell, you reveal cards from your library until you reveal a card with a lower converted mana cost, and then that card gets cast for free. In previous events, I've played a red-blue Cascade deck, but I've been having a lot of fun playing the mono-red deck in standard best of one on Arena. So I took the best of one deck and I kind of made some slight modifications to it. So let's take a look down here. So what I did was I upped the number of wizards by 4 by adding 4 G2 Journey Mages. So the hope is that we have a Pyromancer on battlefield or a Lava Runner already. Journey Mage hitting in is going to get an extra 2 mana of burn. It's also going to cascade in one of these spells, ideally a Lightning Strike or another Wizard. Runaway Steamkin is going to give us that mana boost. Experimental Frenzy is going to show us the next card in the library so that we can cast that and continue that. We do trade off a little bit of instant speed from the red-blue by playing 4 Light Up the Stage and Skewer the Critics, but the hope is that'll just keep our hand essentially full as we go. Skewer the Critics and Light Up the Stage are also pretty neat because you're going to be getting the cost reduction for having dealt damage. So in this case, you might only have to use 1 mana to cascade into a 2 or 1 mana spell because your converted mana cost of your spell is actually 3. So for direct burn, like I said, 4 Skewer the Critics, 4 Wizard's Lightning, 4 Lightning Strikes. We went down a copy of Shock to 3. And then we go still kind of creature heavy with G2 Lava Runners in the Wizard slot, and also for the potential to have them for haste. Visceral Pyromancers, again, because it's incremental burn. Journey Mage for the incremental burn. 4 copies of Gutter Snipe, just because it works really well in a Cascade deck, because you're casting 1 to 2 spells that may actually trigger Gutter Snipe every time. And again, Steamkin just so we can get that extra mana ramp and recursion. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but we're going to give it a try. Sign up for Cascade Constructed here. And one of the beauties of the event is you don't actually have to use gems. You can use some of that residual gold you probably weren't using anyway. Alright, so let's register. Take Mono Red Cascade. We'll submit that deck. It's up to 5 wins. Up to 2 losses. Once you have 2 losses, you're out. Alright, let's go. Against Brian's Probe. So, opening hand, we've got a Shock, 2 Lightning Strikes, so we'll be able to cascade into a Shock or a Journey or into a Lava Runner. 3 lands. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely capable. We've got hopefully a turn 3 Cascade. So Lightning Strike into the Lava Runner means we're going to get an extra 2 points of burn there. So let's keep this. See if the opponent's kept. Just try to move that out of the way. Alright, so we'll play a Mountain. We're going to pass the turn. Opponent's thinking. Still thinking. Alright, so they're playing, that's red, green. I've seen this one, probably Rhythm of the Wilds and the that Gruul deck. We'll save this Shock for later for a little bit of reach. So it's 10-2, we're going to Lightning Strike our opponent's face. That should cascade us into either a Wizard or a Shock. Ideally a Wizard, yes. Perfect. So if they don't remove that Lava Runner, our turn 3 Journey Mage is going to deal 2 more damage and cascade into, ideally, Lightning Strike. Then we can attack for 2. Opponent is looking at their hand. Almost timing themselves out here. Interesting. Alright, still waiting for something. Some sort of play. Okay, I'm good with that. Yep. Thunderherd Migration. We got a Carnage Tyrants. We got a little bit of a clock in there. Shaper Sanctuary. Sweet. I mean, we might occasionally target them. Okay, so now we gotta decide, do we want to cast the Gutter Snipe to get additional 2 damages off future spells, or the Journey Mage? I think we're gonna go with the Journey Mage, because I'm gonna get 2 incremental damage, and I hope we hit a burn spell. We didn't, we hit a Pyromancer though, so Pyromancer is still gonna get an additional 2 damage. That brings the opponent to 15, 13, we get 1 attack in for 12, pass back. Yeah, so Carnage Tyrant, they're gonna ramp into some creature now, it's gonna slow down the combat. Oh, Drover. I'm good with a Drover. Drover and Llanowar Elves, those are great for us. We don't mind trading off against them at all. Okay, so let's play a land. Yeah, we'll Gutter Snipe. Hopefully we hit a Lightning Strike. Yep. Okay, so now we want to kill this Drover, I think. We'll let them draw the card, it's fine. This means I can actually Lava Runner out another hasty creature. Or we go 3, 6, 8, I can... Yeah, I'm going to Lava Runner out the second one. They might trade with the Pyromancer. I don't think they will though, they probably want the mana. Oh no, they see the risk in not trading off. I feel pretty good actually. In fact, we have lethal in hand, so yeah, I think we sealed this one up. I can't see what would happen that would stop us from winning this at this point. Shows Shaper Sanctuary, second copy it, cascade it into. Yeah, so we just go Lightning Strike for the win. Cascade into... Sure, we'll cast a Lava Runner. And that's it. Match 1. So it wasn't the shell that I thought it was. I've seen one of the shells where they're playing that Gruul deck with multiple copies of Rhythm of the Wild. Alright, let's pop right into our second game. One of the nice things about these events is the Cascade games tend to go pretty quick too, so you can finish off your max of 5 rounds fairly quickly. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing if anybody has any comments about the deck or any thoughts. Whether there really is a lot of strength in the monocolored decks, or if we should be looking at something else. Yeah, so we got a Pyromancer on 2 and 2, potentially a Skewer on 3. Shock. We'll hold on to the Shock, we'll keep this. I think the key is really trying to take advantage of the Maelstrom Nexus emblem. Johnny's welcome. Oh, we're going up against the life gain deck. This is potentially not a great matchup for us. We really have to rush them. And I've seen some other streams, some other videos of players going up against this with mono red type decks or heavy red decks against the life gain and just kind of stalling. I think what we're just going to have to do is prioritize Lava Runner. Perfect. We're going to have to prioritize our instance as removal, which might slow down the game a little bit, but it's probably what we're going to have to do once they start getting those creatures on and gaining life. Well, it's not mono. Oh, we're doing vampires. Sweet. Second attack. Ouch. Just to undid our burn. Okay, so we're gonna play our third land here. Well, he's not gonna trade. So maybe we go Skewer anyway. Because the Additional Pyromancer is not gonna get us... I'd like to have the 2 instances so we could trade with Lava Runner. So maybe we go Lightning Strike. We can cascade into a Lava Runner, would actually be ideal. Well, a Shock is going to be fine. So we'll go ahead and shock that Legion Lieutenant. And then we're going to be able to get that extra 3 points of burn in. And then 4 combat damage, put him down to 10. But we're definitely keeping the pressure on. That's important too. Alright, opponent. So black-white vampires, eh? There's a Johnny's Pride mate. Just got big. Actually, he got out of direct burn range. Another... Goodness. Cascading into 3 welcomes. Triggers Pride mate to a 5/5. And gain the life. That's tricky. Okay. Well, Skewer's not going to do it for us at this point, so we're going to have to Pyromancer. I don't think we're going to be able to... Into a Lava Runner. So we can hope that he's going to block. We might still be able to raise this, but it's tough. Okay, well at least we're going to take out the Pyromancer. I don't even know if it's the right call at this point. It's going to get big, so I think we do. We just take it out. Because we're close, If he lands another Johnny's Pride mate, actually any creature is going to gain him 3 life. It's going to put him at 10. If we can clear that creature, we can get him down to 4. Oh, Chupacabra. Interesting. On the plus side, Chupacabra, and a Bishop. Well, the creatures are really going to slow down that board, and he's going to gain... 13 life off this? Yeah. We're rapidly losing the advantage at this point. So let's go here. Let's Lava Runner for the haste. Just gonna go through the library for no effect. Okay. I think we have to take out the Bishop Soldier with the additional life gain. I think it would have been close to lethal damage already, but these creatures, the triple Ajani's Welcome, is going to be so hard to beat at this point. If we're lucky enough to... yep. So that goes to 12, he cascades into a creature, goes to 15. 16 off the Sky Marches. Puts me to 1. I'm not worried about my life, though. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have just... No, we still wouldn't have gotten close to lethal. So what gets us out of this? I'll tell you what doesn't get us out of this. A land. Well, we may as well get in for damage. Trade off a creature. Yep. It's not looking good at this point. I think we missed our window. Champion of Dusk. Draw X, lose X, where X is the number of vampires. And a lifelinker. We're probably going to scoop it up here. We'll see if we top deck our enchantment. Yeah, black-white life gain against the red deck. Not great. Okay, we're going to go ahead and concede that game. Good game. And do a Steamkin, sure. Interesting. I don't know if other people have been having that happen, but I've been having it where I go to leave the game or finish the game and it says I'm disconnected, but it actually registers the end of the match. So we got 1 loss, measures 1 win. Alright, let's hop back in the queue. Yeah, so like, the life gain deck's a really hard one to speed out. Even with the blue-red Cascade deck. Because if they start getting creatures on or they've cascaded into multiple life gain, like, that's pretty much it. We've got nothing on turn 2 right now. But 2 Journey Mages, we'll keep this. Vishino Pyromancer draw would be great. Nope. We get a land though. So at least we have the land to cast our turn 3, so cascade us into a turn 2 play. See if opponent's on mono red. Maybe. We'll hold on to that shock for now. Okay. We'll go ahead, lightning strike, ideally cascade into lava runner, which is going to give us a journey mage for burn. Turn 3, unless they remove it. Sweet. So in this one, we're really the... Oh, well, she kills it. Oh! Red, blue. Blue-red cascade. Cascading into Mox. That's interesting. I wonder what legendary creatures they're playing. Captain Lannery Storm, maybe? Okay, so we're gonna play this. Let's Pyromancer, ideally, into... No, that's a shock. Well, it is what it is. It's damage. I was really hoping to see a Lava Runner, but if this Pyromancer sticks, that also gives me something. Yeah, let's light up the stage. Okay, well, I'm incentivized to play the Steam Kit next turn or I'll lose it. But we'll see how the pressure's going, because that... We'll play it. And they scoop it up. They're just not drawing enough action. Not the way you want to win the game, but a win is a win. Yeah, so like I said, these can go pretty quick. Alright, let's move on to match 3. I tried playing with the audio on the microphone too. I noticed on the last recordings we did on Arena that it was a little bit quieter. Be able to check it post-production a little bit, but hopefully it's better. Well, I got Frenzy in hand. So we have to turn 2 play in the Lightning Strike, then we can turn 3 into Gutter Sniper Burn, depending on what we've got. Yeah, we'll keep this. I think ideally we'd like to see 3 lands and a turn 2/3 play, just to kind of cement the advantage you get from the Maelstrom Nexus. Okay, green-white. It's possible we're going to see a life gain here. We'll go ahead and put a stop just on their end. We'll save that Lightning Strike for their turn. Another thing that maybe players don't initially realize is Maelstrom Nexus applies the first time you cast a spell each turn. So you can actually Maelstrom Nexus on your turn and your opponent's turn. Particularly in the later game when you have those instants available, that provides a lot of value and can close up those games just a bit faster. So no 0 drops in this deck. I wonder if they're playing the Gates deck. I mean, I didn't really catch Simic Guildgate. It's possible they could be playing Gates. I'm not sure Gates is where you want to be in Maelstrom Nexus. But, I mean, you never know. So 2 damage off the Vishingal Pyromancer brings the opponent to 13. Got a Gutter Snipe up if they don't remove that. So really they need like if they're the Gates deck, they need a red source for Gates Ablaze. Okay. I actually feel really good about this game at this point. There's a lot of dirtling. They might have spiraled into an open the gates, yeah. So they're trying to set up these gates for the long game, and ideally, with the mono red deck, we're just going to have closed it out before they even get to that point. In fact, like I was talking about, we actually have 2 Wizard Lightning in hand. I'm not even really worried about the 3 life gain. It's not that bad. Opponent opens the gates. Yeah, this has got to be the gates deck. Puts a gate in hand. Alright. Now that Gates Ablaze is coming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this. We're going to Wizard Lightning our opponent. That's going to be 2 points off the Gutter Snipe, 3 off the Wizard, brings them to 11. Lightning Strike brings them to 8, 6 off the Gutter Snipe, 4, 2. I think we just closed out the game. Because we go on the attack. They're tapped out. There's no reason to even play this safe. We just Wizard Lightning for lethal. And hopefully we didn't lose the game because of that. Oh, we got the win. It's such a weird thing. I gotta report this to Wizards. Alright, well, we're gonna go on to game 4 now. We're 3-1 right now. This could be it. We lose this game, we're out. Kinan Samar. Okay. This is another decent setup here in that we have Vishnu Pyromancer into Gitu Journey Mage on 3, provided another one's removed. That should cascade us into either a second wizard to give us the additional burn off Gitu, or into a shock. Alright, we passed the turn. Also got Gutter Snipe. Really wish he was a wizard. That would have been amazing. And we're up against the Life Gain deck. That's unfortunate. He's gonna cascade into a Johnny's Pride. Oh, he didn't. It's the slow one, Fount of Renewal. Okay, I'm good with Fountain. We'll go ahead and shock him for 2. That's gonna just bring it into... He'll gain 1. Alright. So turn 2, we're gonna Pyromancer, ideally into Lava Runner. Perfect. Still, as I mentioned, I suspect our opponent is actually favored in this matchup. Particularly, well, they remove my Pyromancer, we're gonna cascade into, hopefully, yes, Font of Renewal. Slower life gain. I'm actually more on board with this because I think we have a better chance of just overcoming that deficit in this deck versus the one where the 1-mana enchantment hits and they're gaining a life every time a creature hits. That just really slows it down. Okay. Unfortunately, we're only hitting for 1 with our Lava Runner. They're going to go back up to 19 off of these 2 Phantom Renewals. Alright, what do you got, opponent? 4-drop, Moment of Craving. I mean, it's there. It's holding on. But like I said, I prefer Phantom Renewal to the other one. Okay. Well, on our 3-drop, we're going to have to go attack. We're going to have to take advantage of these guys here. So let's Spectacle. Light up the stage. Okay, we got a Runaway Steamkin. We'll play a 3rd land. Unfortunately, we don't have a 3-mana instant for next turn, but what we can do is light up the stage, give us some additional reach for next turn, light up the stage again. Oh, I wish we had Gutter Snipe on the field right now. That would be amazing. And... oh! That's perfect. Now we get to cascade on their turn with the Wizard's Lightning. I mean, they're back up to 21. I still feel like we can overcome this. We'll probably lose that other experiment. Oh, Kaya's Wrath. Whoa. Destroy all creatures. Alright. Well, let's Wizard's Lightning our opponent. Well, that's unfortunate. Cascade into... well, I guess I could have declined to cast it. It's alright. Do I have anything instant? Skewer? No. Just resolve all, I guess. They're gonna cascade into... this is not the same build. This is a very controlling build of black-white, as opposed to the aggressive black-white build we have with this. And they gain 4 life off. Oh, they gain nothing off that because it's creatures they've controlled. Okay, well I don't think it's the end. So I can set up an experimental frenzy now. Oh, I should have played Runaway Steamkin actually. That's alright. This is tough. 9 copies of Fountain means they're erasing all my single damage each turn. And these are basically dead to Experimental Frenzy currently. Oh! Oh, alright. I don't know what their win con is yet though. Okay, well, we're going to Gutter Snipe into a wizard would be great. That's not a wizard, that's a lightning strike. We'll take it anyway. That'll be 8 damage at least this turn with the Gutter Snipe hit. They're only going to gain 4 back. Still, that means they're going to be at 18. We're going to be back 20 still. They haven't dealt us any damage. What do they have? Ah, there's their win con. Yep, there's their second win con. Alright, I get it now. Okay, so Gutter Snipe's down to 1 damage. Okay, so the question is, what do we do now? Do we snipe into a second play? Do we Steamkin into a Shocker or Wizard? It's only going to be worth 1. Steamkin's actually going to hit the battlefield and die at this point. So Skewer or Wizard's Lightning. I think we need the Gutter Snipe because what we need to do is get multiple sources of triggers. So we get the second Gutter Snipe down, then we can Skewer for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're actually going to gain 5. So we've actually really only skewered for 2, but I can attack for 1. They're going to go back up to 10. Next turn we Wizard Lightning for 3, brings them to 7, all things considered. 6, 5, 4, 3. So Kaya's Wrath, that's going to do it for them. Like, I don't know if I'm going to rebuild from here. I felt pretty close, like we were close. Really interesting build.
I'm gonna make you suffer.
Thanks, Kaya.
You're not welcome here anymore.
Steamkin, which doesn't even stick to the board. We shock. How many Gutter Snipes do I have left? Do I have any Gutter Snipes left? Gutter Snipes are basically our route out of this at this point. I think I have 2. No, I think I got it. That's interesting. So I guess we go 2 and 2 today. That last deck. Oh, we went 3 and 2 actually. That last deck was pretty interesting. Might have to go back through do some research. So all right, that's Cascade constructed. You can play it on Arena this weekend for the next 40-ish hours. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching. All right, Suspicious Bookcase, and nice, rare, Synthalo Primal Dawn.